welcome back. It's Life in the Higham House. Jay here, and we are in the backyard, and just finished up the video of us planting our winter vegetables, and I wanted to come out here and do a quick update of what's happening in our garden out here. It's been a while since we've been able to give you guys an update, but a lot has happened. The garden is actually looking really good, and so let's just jump in. Let me show you what we got going on here. Alright, so let's take a look at these. So if you remember, in the garden right behind our garage, I planted tomatoes. And we did a series of Romas, Yellow Boys, and just a Livingston red tomato along with some cherry tomatoes. And it's been a while. It's been a long time for them to come in. Part of that being I got them in a little late. We had an incredibly busy July and early August, which didn't give me a whole lot of time to be at home. So fortunately, we have an amazing neighbor who watches our chickens for us, who also did a wonderful job. She helped by watering the plants while we were out of town. But they're looking a little dry, but let me go ahead and take you through and show you what we've got going on here, because we finally have tomatoes and they're finally getting red. So, looking at a couple of these real quick, let's just come on down here. I've got my Romas really coming in nicely. Got a couple of them that are beginning to color. And then back there are the Livingston Reds. I'll give you a better shot of those. They're coming in nicely. So that'll be a nice red tomato there. In fact, I'll probably go ahead and prune those off, or pick those off and put them inside and let them finish turning red inside, because that way I know they won't split while they're in their final days of ripening. Next to that, let me slide on down here. We've got our cherry tomatoes. And I think these are kind of large for cherry tomatoes. I was expecting them to be a little smaller, but they're looking really good. We should see them turn red here in just a little bit, but they'll be a lot of fun to have those. Got a couple plants of these. Yes, everything's starting to look a little dry. We were away this weekend, so I did not get a chance to do anything in the garden this weekend, but like I said, our neighbor was here. She did water for me, and I know it looks dry now, but really things are in really good shape, despite some of the dry leaves. All right, let's keep on going. All right, so we got more Roma tomatoes there. They're looking really good. Looks like we got something got into that one, unfortunately. Let's see. Yep, something made some fun in there. But the rest of them look pretty good. These, I think, are going to be the Yellow Boys. I forgot where I planted them, and things got moved around a little bit. But I think these are the Yellow Boys. So they're going to be in great shape here. Got more Romas here. I mean, look at the size of this one. That is a monster Roman tomato. Fantastic. All right, coming up into here, we got more Romas. We got more Romas there. I believe these are going to be Yellow Boys. Look at them. I think they're going to be Yellow Boys. And then I believe these are going to be Yellow Boys. But we'll have to wait and see when they finally come to what they look like. But everything's doing really well. I'm going to get some water on here this afternoon, because things do look really dry. But last week, if you saw on Instagram, I did a quick video on Instagram with some pictures, and everything looked really good last week. Look at some of these tomatoes though. They're absolutely huge. Look at this guy. I mean, those are some big tomatoes. Really happy with those. They're fantastic. All right, coming around here. It is so hot out here today. We've got, I believe there's going to be more yellows. Got some dry stuff here. We'll get rid of that. This needs to be supported. I'll get to that tonight. We'll bump that all up. And then down here, I've got my sweet bananas and a whole bunch of sweet bananas coming in. Now these are supposed to be multicolored. So reds and yellows, and I think some purples. So I'm anxious to see them get color and see what color they actually get, because they should be pretty cool. And then we have a random corn stalk. I have a feeling it was something that kind of got into there from either from the birds or from our bedding, because we used chicken bedding for our kind of like topsoil here. But it looks like something's actually gotten into it. It looks like a deer or something has gotten into it, because look at this. That was on the ground. A little, wow, it smells like corn. Little ear of corn there on the ground. So something has already gotten into the corn and eaten that. But it looks like I've got two more small. Actually, that's the one they got into. Oh well. I was curious to see where it came from, and I was curious to see what it would do. But it looks like something got to it, so we might not have the corn that I was hoping for. All right, other things to see. Let's keep going. So I had so many tomato plants take this year. They all did really, really well. I ended up putting just a couple of them in pots. So I've got 2 pots out here that are basically cherry tomatoes. And look at those. Those are the normal size for cherry tomatoes. That's what I was expecting to get. Well, I don't know why those over there are so large, but they are. But then you got these here. And look at this. That's a beautiful tomato right there. So I got 2 of those plants there. If you remember, one of the pepper plants that I got this year was a discounted clearance pepper plant. It was a pot with like 5 or 6 plants in it. And I separated them out. They've done they were like little mini peppers. But you can see, I think they're kind of living their last days here. They're not really doing very much, although there are some buds on them, but they're getting kind of yellow. So I gotta look into that. But they were like this. So just these cute mini peppers. And we had a whole bunch of them earlier. So I don't know if that's just a shorter lifespan from the plant or what. But I think we've picked like six of those little peppers from the different plants around the house. But now I want to take you down and I want to show you what I'm really excited about. And that is our pumpkin patch. So last year we tried to do pumpkins on the side of the shed, and we ended up getting like 2 or 3 pumpkins. The rest of the plants didn't do very well, but we did get a couple pumpkins out of there. This year we brought our pumpkins down here, and we used the old chicken run where we had the chickens here, and this is where we put our pumpkins. And I put 3 different kinds of pumpkins in, and the place is just going crazy. It's exploding. The vines they've gone absolutely crazy. I can't even begin to tell you what's what and what's where anymore. But we basically had jack-o'-lantern pumpkins. We had some white Casper pumpkins. We had another kind of a multicolored pumpkin, which I don't think they ever took. And then we have some harvest pumpkins, which are the little kind of like party kid ones that are different colors. And then I've got some watermelon in here. And so let me just show you a couple of the things that I know that are here. So like right here, look at this. That is a pumpkin, and it's growing there, which is really cool. That little guy there is a pumpkin. It's coming on around here. We've got a little watermelon right there. We keep coming around here. We've got another little pumpkin coming in there. Coming onto this side, there is another watermelon somewhere in here. The watermelon plant, I think it's getting taken by the pumpkin. It's not doing very well, but it's got little watermelons on it, and so we're gonna see what happens. And probably next year, oh, there's the watermelon. Probably next year we'll split them out. But here's the sad thing. Here's my watermelon right here, but it looks like a little bunny got to it. So I don't know if that's gonna take. And oh, you got another one here. Look at this. Got another one. Cute little watermelon right there. So we're gonna let them grow and we're gonna see what happens. Oh, that pumpkin went bad, unfortunately. That's kind of sad. But look down in here. There you go. We've got a huge Casper pumpkin coming up right there. That's fun. I don't know how much bigger it's gonna get, but that's pretty cool. Really excited about that. Let's see if there's anything else in here that we can find. But things have just kind of gotten out of control. It's just grown. And I wasn't really sure what to expect, and so we've kind of just let it go. But I think if we're serious about growing pumpkins again next year, we're going to do this a little bit differently. I'm probably going to spread it out a little bit and then keep certain pumpkins in certain spaces and try to contain it a little bit better. But for now, like we're experimenting. We're trying to figure it out. We're learning as we go. And so we'll see what happens. I thought there was another pumpkin in here. Now it looks like we got some mildew, some powdered mildew on these leaves. So I'm going to have to address that. And it is really hot out here. I'm sweating so much. But we had another pumpkin growing somewhere in this area here, and I haven't seen it for a couple of days, but I wonder if it's here or if we lost it. But I can't find it, so I'm gonna have to actually get in here and root around a little bit, because I really thought we had another one right in here, and I am not seeing it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go and look it and see if I can find where things are, because it was a pretty good sized pumpkin and I don't see it anymore, so we may have lost it. That's sad, but it's kind of cool to see it just kind of taking over the pen back here with all sorts of vines and flowers and things growing, and we'll see if we get any pumpkins here come the time for harvest. I mean, we still have some time. We won't really want or need our pumpkins until we get to October. It's only mid-August. We still have a week and a half of August left. We have all of September left, and those are prime growing times. And so as long as we can get something maybe by the end of September, early October, I think that's our goal. Because we don't want to have them too soon, because then what are they going to do? They're going to sit and they're going to rot. We're not going to be able to use them for Halloween and for decorating. And that's really the main reason we have it, is for decorating and for Halloween. So we'll see. But I think next year, if things go well, I think this whole lower part of the yard, from, let's say, from where the ducks were all the way over to the end, I think I'm going to turn all of that into just a place to do pumpkins. And we'll just till the whole area up, and we'll do pumpkins and just let them grow and see what we get out of them. But this year is just an experiment year. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. One more area to show you. It's our cucumbers. They have not been doing very well, and it looks like my next cucumber plant that I've been trying to keep alive may have finally died over the weekend. Let me go check it out. So this area, the last 2 years, has been amazing for our cucumbers and for our pickles. We've got these trellises set up, and last year they were just full with cucumbers, pickles, last 2 years. And the year before, we did really, really well. Canned a ton of pickles. Last year it was good, not as good. This year, it hasn't taken. I think I might need to do some work in the soil to get the nutrients back so that I can do pretty well. But every time I've planted cucumbers or pickles in here, they've not taken, they've just died. And so I think it's a mix of the soil. I do know the animals have gotten into it at least twice. And that's just been unfortunate. But this last time, I had extra plants and I just had to get them in the ground. And so I threw in a pepper plant, another pepper plant, and I believe this was butternut squash. And I think this is either cantaloupe or it's butternut squash. I'm not sure which is which, because I've got some buds on them. I'm beginning to think it's the cantaloupe. But butternut squash not doing very well this year. We were able to harvest 4 little ones. I don't think they're going to be good for anything. But they just didn't take. Last year, we had beautiful butternut squash and we had a beautiful zucchini. This year, nothing. But look at these here. This is why I'm thinking, well, no, that might be some type of a squash. I thought maybe it was more round and it was going to end up being cantaloupe, but that might be squash, and that might be okay. Because we've got 1, we got 2, got another little one there. Yes, well, we'll wait and see what comes out of this. I don't know. Not as successful of a year as I was hoping with the garden. I think part of that is just that we were way busier than we thought. We really didn't think we were going to be as busy as we ended up being this summer. Last summer, with both of the fathers passing away and Amy's surgery and all of that, you know, last summer was just a disaster in the garden. So this year, we really thought, you know, we're not going to be traveling. We're not going to be going to the places that we went to last year. And we'd have a better time, or at least a better opportunity of, you know, taking care of the garden. But, well, to our surprise, it was not that. July and August have been absolutely crazy months. We've been traveling a lot. Most of it unexpected, unplanned. It just, things came up and we went. And so, yeah, didn't have the attention to give to the garden as I was hoping and planning that I would have. So I'm happy with what's growing. I know if we're gonna do this like homestead thing, we're gonna need to do a little bit more work. And I think we'll get to that place. I think we'll get to the place where we're gonna have some space and the opportunity to plant and do our garden well and care for it well, and yeah, I think that'll be much better. But there you have it. I didn't show you any of the herbs. The herbs have been probably the best thing that we've been doing all summer long. Really happy with our herbs. But like I said, the garden's what it is. We're gonna have lots of tomatoes, so we're gonna make pizza sauce, and we're gonna make some spaghetti sauce, and we're gonna can the other tomatoes. And then hopefully with the winter vegetables that we just started, hopefully we'll have some broccoli and maybe another chance to get some cucumbers and some pickles in before the end of the year. Don't know, but we're gonna try, and we'll see. But those are all things for another video, and so I'll save that conversation for then. Till then, thank you so much for watching. Sorry I'm sweating all over the camera. It is incredibly warm today, warmer than I thought it was going to be. So thanks for watching. As always, we would love to have you subscribe, join our story, be a part of this adventure that we're on. We're in a season of exploring hobbies and doing things differently. Life in the Higham house isn't about raising our kids as much as it is the fun that we're now having with our adult kids. So fishing trips and kayaking and camping and hiking and visiting each other, those type of things. We're doing those things. We were just having a conversation this past weekend. We were talking about when the kids were little, and we're so glad that we vlogged when the kids were little, because we captured so many great memories of vacations and of holidays and of birthdays and just things that we did as a family, you know, and we frequently go back and watch them and just remember those days. And we reminisce and think how great life was when they were little and how much fun we had when they were little. But to be honest, now that they're getting older, the fun is still there. It's a different fun. It's an older fun, and it's great. And so I'm trying to talk to the kids and trying to convince them that we need to keep having these videos be done. We have to keep vlogging, because even now as young adults, these are the memories that we want to keep. These are the memories that we want to, when we gather together on the holidays and watch the videos, like these are the things we want to remember, and the stories we want to laugh out, and the good times that we want to recognize that we have with the family. And so that's why we do it. We hope you enjoy it. We are so glad that you are a part of our story, and as our story continues to change and to grow, we hope you follow us and continue to be here, and we'd love to hear from you. So feel free to leave things in the comments and be a part of our journey. We've got more videos coming. I know I've got more videos coming as we get back into the routine of school, and I'll talk about this in tomorrow's vlog. But as we get back into school and get back into the routines of life, it'll become a whole lot easier for us to vlog. And so I'm looking forward to that. All right, but until then, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you right back here next time on Life in the Higham House. Bye.